All right guys, in this video, I want to discuss with you 5 strategic, very low cost improvements that you can make to your property to help increase its value. Why this is more important than ever is as a result of the pandemic, obviously you know prices for most items right now have increased, but we're also seeing not only like a material cost increase, we're also seeing contractor delays and contractor pricing increases. And so what that's transferring to in the real estate market, properties that are turnkey that hit the market from a seller's perspective tend to sell more quickly and tend to sell at a higher price because buyers are more fearful than ever to complete these improvements in their property. So here are 5 very quick things that you can do yourself to make improvements to the property. You can also outsource these if you really want to, but to be transparent with you, prices for these things have gone up. So let's talk about what they are. First thing that most people can do, sorry I'm left-handed, this isn't going to be great, but we're going to make it work. Painting. It sucks to do, I'm not going to lie. It's probably one of my, of the 5, one of my least favorite ones to do, but it is super cost effective and it makes the biggest bang for the buck. So this entire house that I'm in right now, which is a new house that we just purchased, was not a great color, and we end up just painting the entire canvas white. Now that's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but the reason why we've done that is as a recommendation from a stager. If design styles change in the future, you can refurnish the property and you don't necessarily need to repaint. You can do accent walls, but try and keep the colors relatively neutral because the current condition of your home or the current state of the design or furniture might not be the buyer's cup of tea. And if you've got a relatively neutral palette, they can move in with their own furniture. It will fit the aesthetic of most people's furniture or design style. So painting will make the biggest bang for your buck, probably on this list of 5. Okay. Second, we'll say flooring. Okay, laminate flooring, luxury vinyl plank, that kind of thing can make a massive difference. Especially the biggest point and caveat here is carpet to non-carpet. Whether that happens to be hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, laminate, it doesn't matter. Most people shy away from carpet. Whether it's old and dingy, whether they're allergic to pets, this will be a huge kind of bang for your buck item for any condo owners that watch this. Most of the time, builders will put some type of laminate in the kind of general areas, but the bedroom may be carpeted. For you to replace the flooring in your bedroom might only cost you a couple $100s, but it might be the difference of certain purchasers being willing to purchase your condo or not. So absolutely make the investment to change carpet out for another type of flooring. You can watch many YouTube videos. It might not be super fun to do, but for the most part, you can get through putting some laminate together. Third thing here is going to be light fixtures. I'm not going to recommend that you put them in yourself. If you want to watch a YouTube video to do it, that's fine. But one thing that I'm going to show you that I did for this particular property to help save me some money, if you want to come over here, this hanging fixture here. So because I know that design styles change and I'm likely not going to want this in the next year or 2, I didn't want to spend $500 on this fixture. So I ended up making this out of pieces that I found from IKEA, and I found a YouTube video on how to do it, and this whole thing cost me $50. So this is actually just a basket that I painted, and the actual light mechanism was something that I purchased from IKEA as well, and then I just had an electrician come and install it. I think it cost me like $100. So I'm into the light fixture, the fixture, and having it hung for $150. And to be honest, when I want this thing to go, I'm not going to be heartbroken about spending too much money on it. Maybe I just end up changing the shade to whatever happens to be relevant for that design style at the time. Fourth, door handles. I know it seems like such a small thing that people don't pay attention to, but it really can make a big difference in terms of the home's aesthetic. So for instance, if you want to come over here again, we just hung these doors. It's another, I'll say this is kind of a bonus item. Doors as well can make a big difference. This house was built in the 70s. Getting new modern doors, something like this, is about $100 a door. We hung them ourselves as well. The door handles though, even if you're not willing to replace these, you can probably get door handles for, you know, somewhere between $20 and $30 a handle, and you can put them on yourselves. They're super easy to do, but it changes the aesthetic of a home from something that is maybe, you know, built in the 70s to something that is more modern and to today's current standards. So I'd absolutely recommend doing that. Super low cost, very easy to do. And then the last one is kind of goes with point number one here. We'll say kitchen. Okay. If you're savvy enough, you could get an IKEA kitchen for relatively cheap and put it in yourself, but that's a little bit more advanced. What I would, typically recommend is pairing number 1 and number 5 together and painting the kitchen cabinets. So that is a super low cost, effective way to bring something up to today's current standards. You might have early 2000s cabinets in a condo that you want to replace to be more modern, which is typically white. Like you're going to find, in 2022, white cabinets are pretty common and they're very desirable. So to improve the aesthetic of the kitchen through either painting would definitely be a low cost improvement that you could handle yourself. One last kind of bonus hack for kitchens: if you're unwilling to paint and you say, you know what, my cabinets are in great shape, that's fine. Another very low cost hack is to change the hardware. So maybe you've got old dingy looking hardware, maybe it's silver and you want a black aesthetic. Go out and buy new handles and replace those handles. You can absolutely do it yourself. It'll make a big difference in terms of the overall aesthetic of the kitchen and bring it up to modern day standards. So the 5 things that you should really pay attention to, these are things you can do yourself: painting, flooring, light fixtures. Make the light fixtures, don't necessarily hang them unless you're, I don't recommend doing that, but do what you're gonna do. 4 door handles, and then 5 improvements to your kitchen, either through painting or potentially changing the hardware. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you want to connect with me, you can reach me at Pace of Base on Instagram. Very much appreciate you checking out the video and the Canadian Real Estate channel, and I'll see you guys soon.